The battle erupted without warning. In the cold, unfeeling depths of space, silence reigned supreme for millennia. Stars shimmered like distant diamonds, their light carrying tales of forgotten worlds and ancient civilizations. The infinite void stretched out endlessly, a canvas untouched by time. Yet, in this moment, this vast silence was torn apart by a war unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Humanity, once considered a minor, backwater species, now stood at the forefront of a titanic struggle for survival. Earth's fleets, born out of necessity and tempered by centuries of conflict, clashed with alien forces of unimaginable power. This war wasn't just about dominance or territory, it was about survival. The alien coalition had come from a distant galaxy. The Krillins, the Zentaur, and the Myrks, each species more advanced, more ancient than humanity could comprehend, had united with a single purpose: subjugate or destroy any species that posed a threat to their hegemony. And now, they had turned their attention to Earth. For decades, the alien species had dismissed humanity as primitive. The Confederation Council had watched humanity from afar, mocking their wars, their politics, their obsession with technology and industry. The Council had believed that the people of Earth, driven by emotions and irrationality, would tear themselves apart long before they ever posed a threat. But they were wrong. Captain Alyssa Brannigan stood on the bridge of the Eternal Dawn, Earth's flagship, and a marvel of human engineering. She gazed out at the carnage unfolding in front of her, the alien armada glowing ominously in the distance. The flickering lights of battle painted the void in shades of orange and red, as ships from both sides traded blows in a deadly ballet of plasma beams, missiles, and ion cannons. Status report. Brannigan barked, her voice cutting through the tension on the bridge. Shields at 60%, ma'am, Lieutenant Rivas responded, fingers dancing across his console. Hull integrity holding for now, but we've sustained significant damage to our starboard side. Brannigan's brow furrowed as she took in the information. The Eternal Dawn was a symbol of Earth's resilience, equipped with the most advanced shields, weapons, and stealth technology humanity had to offer. Yet, even with all their innovations, the aliens were proving to be a formidable challenge. "They're adapting," she muttered under her breath. It had only been a few hours since the initial ambush. Earth's fleet, scattered across various sectors of space, had scrambled to respond to the sudden onslaught from the coalition forces. Despite humanity's technological advancements, the sheer size and power of the alien armada had caught them off guard. "Launch all remaining fighter wings," Brannigan ordered. "Tell them to engage the Krillin battleships. We need to break through their defensive line or we won't last much longer." Across the battlefield, human fighter jets swarmed like angry hornets, darting between massive alien warships, unloading everything they had. The Krillin vessels, with their sleek silver designs and pulsating energy cores, retaliated with terrifying precision, vaporizing entire wings of human fighters with a single shot from their ion cannons. Lieutenant Jake Firefly Turner, one of the best pilots Earth had ever produced, gritted his teeth as his fighter jet weaved through the chaos. His HUD was lit up with warning lights: enemy fire, debris fields, malfunctioning systems, but he pushed it all aside. "Stay focused, people," he yelled into his comms. "We get one shot at this. If we don't take out those Krillin ships, we're done for." He angled his jet downward, narrowly avoiding a Krillin plasma beam, and fired off a barrage of missiles at the nearest enemy cruiser. The missiles found their mark, detonating on impact and sending the alien ship spiraling out of control. But the victory was short-lived. A Zentaur interceptor appeared on his tail, firing relentlessly. "Damn it!" Turner growled, his hands sweating as he tried to shake the alien ship. But just as it seemed like the end, a human destroyer swooped in, its massive railguns shredding the Zentaur ship into pieces. Turner exhaled in relief, saluting the destroyer captain before veering back toward the heart of the battle. On the far side of the battlefield, an alien commander stood aboard the Krillin flagship, observing the unfolding chaos with cold detachment. High Commander Ixaris of the Krillin Dominion was a being of pure logic, her every action calculated for maximum efficiency. "They're putting up more resistance than anticipated," one of her lieutenants said, his voice tinged with surprise. Ixaris didn't respond immediately. Her multiple eyes scanned the tactical map in front of her. Humanity had adapted faster than they had predicted. Their ships, while still inferior to Krillin technology, had become formidable. Their tactics unconventional, unpredictable, were causing more damage than expected. "We underestimated them," Ixaris finally said, her voice devoid of emotion. "But that will not happen again." She turned to her crew. "Deploy the Devourers." A murmur of surprise rippled through the bridge. The Devourers were ancient war machines, relics from a time before the Coalition had formed, before the Krillin Dominion had risen to power. These massive, planet-sized ships were capable of obliterating entire fleets in seconds. "Commander, are you sure?" one of her officers asked hesitantly. "Using the Devourers could." Ixaris silenced him with a single glance. "Humanity has proven more resilient than we thought. We will not let this battle drag on. Deploy them." Back on the Eternal Dawn, Brannigan felt a chill run down her spine as the ship's sensors detected a massive disturbance in the far distance. The Krillin Devourers had arrived. "Captain," Lieutenant Rivas said, his voice shaking slightly. "You need to see this." On the main screen, a colossal alien ship emerged from hyperspace. It was unlike anything humanity had ever encountered, an enormous, spiked vessel that seemed to consume light itself. It dwarfed even the largest human ships, its sheer size enough to instill fear in anyone who laid eyes on it. "Dear God!" someone whispered on the bridge. Brannigan's heart pounded in her chest, but she kept her voice steady. "Target that thing with everything we've got." The Eternal Dawn and the remaining Earth fleet turned their firepower toward the Devourer. Railguns, plasma cannons, missiles, all launched at once in a desperate attempt to stop the behemoth. But the Devourer's shields absorbed the onslaught with ease. "Nothing's getting through," Rivas shouted, panic creeping into his voice. Brannigan clenched her fists. "We need a new plan." As she racked her brain for a solution, an unexpected transmission came through the comms. "This is General Marcus Tiberius of the Soul Defense Network. I have a plan." Brannigan blinked in surprise. General Tiberius was a legend among Earth's military, known for his brilliant, if reckless, strategies. "General, this is Captain Brannigan of the Eternal Dawn. What's your plan?" "Simple," Tiberius replied. "We take the fight to them. I've got a specialized strike team ready to board the Devourer. We'll disable it from the inside." Brannigan's eyes widened. "That's suicide." Tiberius chuckled. "Maybe. But it's also our best shot." Brannigan hesitated for a moment, weighing the risks. Then she nodded. "Do it. We'll cover you." General Tiberius and his team of elite soldiers boarded a sleek, stealth-equipped shuttle, weaving through the chaos of the battlefield. With the Eternal Dawn and other Earth ships providing covering fire, the shuttle evaded enemy fighters and made its way toward the Devourer. Inside the shuttle, the tension was palpable. The soldiers, hardened veterans of countless battles, remained silent, focused on the mission ahead. "Remember," Tiberius said, his voice calm but firm. "This is what we trained for. Get in, disable the ship's core, and get out. We don't need to win, just stop that thing from wiping us out." The shuttle docked with the Devourer, and the team quickly breached the ship's hull, entering its dark, foreboding corridors. The interior was a labyrinth of alien technology, pulsing with an eerie blue light. "Stay sharp," Tiberius ordered as they moved deeper into the ship. They encountered resistance almost immediately. Krillin soldiers, towering figures with exoskeletal armor, appeared from the shadows, firing energy weapons at the human intruders. The corridor erupted in gunfire as Tiberius' team returned fire, expertly taking down the Krillin forces one by one. "Move, move!" Tiberius shouted, leading his team toward the core. After what felt like an eternity, they reached the Devourer's power core, a massive, pulsating sphere of energy. The alien technology was beyond their understanding, but Tiberius had a plan. "Plant the charges," he ordered. The team quickly set explosive charges around the core, their hands moving with practiced precision. "Charges set," one of the soldiers confirmed. "We've got 3 minutes." "Good," Tiberius said. "Let us get out of here." Outside, the battle was reaching its peak. The Devourer, slowly charging its primary weapon, was moments away from unleashing a devastating blast that would obliterate Earth's fleet. Brannigan watched the countdown on her screen, her heart racing. "Come on, Tiberius." Suddenly, a massive explosion rocked the Devourer. Its power core destabilized, and the colossal ship began to break apart, chunks of alien metal spiraling into space. "We did it!" Rivas shouted, his voice filled with disbelief and joy. Brannigan allowed herself a brief moment of relief before barking new orders. "Focus fire on the remaining Krillin ships. Push them back." Across the battlefield, alien ships began to retreat, their forces in disarray after the loss of the Devourer. Humanity, against all odds, had held the line. As the last of the alien ships disappeared into the void, Captain Brannigan sat back in her chair, exhaustion washing over her. They had won for now. But she knew this war was far from over. Humanity had proven its strength, its resilience. But the alien coalition would return. And when they did, Earth would be ready. In the silence that followed the battle, Brannigan gazed out at the stars, a fierce determination burning in her chest. "Let them come," she whispered. The war was far from over, but for the first time in a long while, hope glimmered in the darkness.